This sitting is resumed.
Revert to government notices, sir.
Honourable Leader, government business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to give notice of a resolution to grant the sum of $97,591,571 from the Consolidated Fund and to place it at the disposal of the government to supplement the estimates 2023-2024 as shown in Supplementary Estimates Number 4, 2023-2024.
Revert to government business, sir. Order number 10, in the name of the Honourable Leader of the House, to move that the House resolve itself into Standing Finance Committee to consider the grant of sums of money for the service of this island.
Honourable Leader, government business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move that you do now leave the chair and that the House resolve itself into Standing Finance Committee.
The question is that the Speaker do not leave the chair and the House resolving itself into Standing Finance Committee. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it.
Ready? This Honourable House is now in Standing Finance Committee.
Order 10A, sir, in the name of the Honourable Minister in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, to move the passing of a resolution to grant the sum of $97,591,571 from the Consolidated Fund and to place it at the disposal of the government to supplement the estimates 2023 to 2024 as shown in the Supplementary Estimates Number 4, 2023-2024, which form the schedule to the resolution. And Head 13, Prime Minister's Office, in the amount of $41,096,021.
Honourable Member for Christchurch East Central.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The sums being asked to be provided under the Office of the Prime Minister is to support the ongoing works for the construction of the geriatric hospital, which is being undertaken by the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., as well as some additional works, some additional works for the Rural Development Commission in relation to support for Hurricane Elsa. As well, sir, as you know, that Carry Festival will be taking place in Barbados later this year, and therefore sums are being appropriated in the amount of $3 million to the NCF to support the work for Carry Festa, and additional $2 million for training and projects in relation to that exercise. Also, as part of the monies being allocated through the BTII as well, sir, relates to $10 million in relation to the execution of some road works within the context of the tourism areas across the country in collaboration with the Ministry of Transport and Works, as well, sir, as some capital works with respect to the redevelopment of a section of Queen's Park, which will soon house, sir, the headquarters of the National Cultural Foundation. And with those words, I beg to move that Head 13 stand part.
The question is that Head 13 stand part. All honourable members in favour, say aye. Honourable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 27, Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, in the amount of $12,100,000.
Mr. Chairman, under Head 27, the amounts being appropriated here, sir, it relates to two specific functions. The BTMI, sir, will be receiving a sum of 7 million in total, of which, sir, 3 million will be to support the marketing in relation to the marketing program for the upcoming World Cup. 2 million in relation to the regathering. As you know, sir, the Prime Minister has announced that we will take a second bite at the regathering in 2025, and therefore 2 million is to kickstart the marketing in relation to that program for 2025, and as well as the summer marketing program, sir, for later this year, which is intended specifically to ensure that we have a better summer than we had last year, and therefore those are the amounts being appropriated to the BTMI in relation to those. Additionally, sir, we are ensuring that we are also beefing up the equipment in relation to the meteorological office. And so we're making additional acquisitions by way of capital equipment in this area to help Barbados to be much more prepared. And we are proposing to have those sums made available through the Grant Adams International Airport on behalf of the Met Office to be able to procure that very critical equipment, sir, in order to help the country to be as prepared as possible, not just for the current hurricane season, but moving forward, sir. So with those few words, I beg to move ahead 27 Stand Park.
The question is that head 27 stand part. All honourable members in favour, say aye. Honourable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 32, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, in the amount of $600,000.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the purpose of this supplementary arises from an unfolding humanitarian crisis which is being experienced in the Republic of Cuba, where a number of socio-economic hardships are revealing themselves, arising directly from the conditions of the embargo and related to the sanctions connected thereto. The President of Cuba had requested the support of friendly countries at the recent meeting of Central American and Caribbean countries, which was held in St. Vincent. And the government of Barbados had been requested to offer assistance. We had asked of Cuba what specific assistance they have in mind, and Cuba has indicated that they would benefit tremendously from supplies of milk. We have sourced powdered milk, sir, because the UHT milk which we produce here would not be capable of prolonged storage pending the distribution in Cuba. Suppliers in Argentina have been located, and this supplementary comprises the cost of $500,000 going towards the milk product and $100,000 which goes towards freight. We anticipate that in very short order, we will be able to have that product in the hands of the people of Cuba as a humanitarian contribution to assist them in the crisis that they are now facing. In those circumstances, sir, I want to move that this head stand part.
Question is that head 33 stand part. All honourable members in favour, say aye. Honourable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 33, Ministry of Home Affairs and Information, in the amount of $2,500,000.
Honourable member.
Mr. Chairman.
Honourable member, just hold a minute. Yeah, the question is that head 32, not head 33. Head 32, stand part. All honourable members in favour, say aye. Honourable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it. Honourable member for Christchurch, East Central, head 33.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The the sums being requested here under the Ministry of Home Affairs, sir, relate to support for the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, of which, sir, 1.5 million is to support the pension plan in relation to that organization, whilst 1 million is to meet operational needs over the next few months, and therefore I beg to move, sir, that head 33 stand part.
The question is that head 33 stand part. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 34, Ministry of Finance, Economic Affairs and Investment, in the amount of $2 million.
Mr. Chairman, the sums is being appropriated here really is to settle, cap off the payment of utilities for telecoms for this financial year, sir. And therefore I beg to move to head 34 stand part.
Second.
The question is that head 34 stand part. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 81, Ministry of Transport, Works and Water Resources, in the amount of $17 million.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This particular sum of 4,000 relates to the procurement of equipment. As you would be aware, just last year we would have procured a number of pieces of equipment for MTW to be able to better carry out the ministry's operations. UCAL is in the process of working with us towards a leaseback arrangement. And of course, as we move towards that arrangement, we want to be in a position to ensure that we continue to upgrade the equipment that is available to MTW. So the 4 million is allocated specifically for that purpose. Oh, sorry, 4 million. As it relates to the 13 million, this will be to settle the outstanding arrears in relation to Transport Board. I think TAP operators will be very happy and pleased to hear that, because we continue to be plagued with challenges relating not only to the operating expenses of Transport Board, but as it relates to being able to make sure that we're able on a monthly basis to render the payments to the TAP operators. And so I therefore beg to move that head 81 stand part.
Head 82, sir. You put a question. Head 82, Ministry of Environment and National Beautification, in the amount of $3,500,000.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I beg. Obviously, this money is to be used for the build-out of the Richard Stout Amphitheater, which of course will become the unequivocal hub for entertainment in Barbados. And I await with glee at the final build-out of this project, like all Barbadians. Ms. Sherry begs to move that head 82 stand par.
Head 81, sir, you can put.
The question is that head 81 stand par. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it. Head 82. The question is that head 82 stand par. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 83, Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, in the amount of $4,600,000.
Mr. Chairman, the sums voted here are for us to address the issues we are having with water shortages across farming districts with farmers in the feed program. And so therefore this $4.6 million is being used for us to be able to establish irrigation water and networks within farming districts at Mount Poyer, at Bath, at Spencer's, and at Wakefield. I beg to move that head 83 do stand part.
The question is that head 83 stand par. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 86, Ministry of Health and Wellness, in the amount of $5,581,041.
Mr. Chairman, the sums being requested under the Ministry of Health and Wellness is to support the ongoing capital works and acquisition of equipment for the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Specifically, sir, these sums are to contribute to the purchase of a linear accelerator as well as specialist equipment within the microbiology section of the pathology department, sir, at the QEH. And therefore, sir, these are intended obviously to help improve the delivery of health services for the public. And therefore, sir, with those few words, I'd like to move to head 86, stand part.
The question is that head 86 stand part. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Head 93, Ministry of Housing, Lands and Maintenance, in the amount of $8,614,239.
Mr. Chairman, funds being requested are to cover a housing program, primarily National Housing Corporation, for payments of salaries and wages, insurance, utilities, and some outstanding payment with respect to the Hurricane Elsa program, and a final payment to the Barbados Property Holdings Limited. Mr. Chairman, I beg that head 93 stand part.
The question is that head 93 stand part. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Report. Report. Report.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that you do not report progress to His Honor the Speaker and the passing of one money resolution in committee and beg leave to sit.
The question is that I do now report to His Honor the Speaker the passing of one money resolution in committee. All honorable members in favor, say aye. Honorable members against, say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
Chairman of committees has reported the passing of one money resolution in committee. Honourable Leader of Government Business.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this resolution be read a first time.
Question is that this resolution be read a first time. All those honourable members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this resolution be read a second time.
Question is that this resolution be read a second time. All those honourable members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this resolution be now agreed to.
Question is that this resolution be now agreed to. All those honourable members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it. Resolution stands passed. Honourable Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I know the evening is late and I don't intend to detain the House too long. Suffice to say that while I speak on the adjournment, I would want to give notice to this Honourable House that while we have just completed the supplementaries prior to the end of the financial year, we are likely, very likely, I'm told by the Honourable Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, we may very well have to put members on notice that we may have to come back in an urgent sitting, perhaps on Saturday, because we are hopeful that additional monies will come in within the next 24 hours. And if so, I think you can appreciate that it is our intention to leave no monies on the table. With that said, I think it would also be prudent to mention that obviously it is the Easter holiday here, Good Friday tomorrow, but in the United States that they do not celebrate as a bank holiday. And therefore, again, we feel it very strongly that once sufficient monies are made, it may very well merit this chamber coming back to this place prior to the adjourned date for the sitting. With that said, though, Mr. Speaker, I want to say a special thank you to the entire chamber, all of my colleagues, parliamentary colleagues, cabinet colleagues, because we've had a rough couple of weeks. I want to thank certainly all of their permanent secretaries and all of the public officers who would have supported them in being able to prepare not only for the estimates and also for the budget. Of course, I would have to mention at this point as well the Ministry of Finance, because many of us have had to engage with them over the last few months in order to be able to allow us to plan for the next financial year. And I think I can say on behalf of all of my colleagues that we are eternally grateful to the hours that the public officers have been putting in to get us across the finish line. None of the work that we do here is possible without the Clerk of Parliament and the clerks that sit at the head table. Neither is it possible without the assistance of the ushers, and certainly all of the ancillary staff, all of the admin staff that support them to be able to allow us to, provide us with the agenda for the day's sitting. I'm also grateful, Mr. Speaker, to the Barbados Police Service as well as the security guards at Parliament as well, who provide our security throughout the day and also watch over this place as well through the night and certainly through the weekends. A special thanks to the Leader of the Opposition, although not present with us right now. I'm hoping that he will hear that we are meeting possibly on Saturday, and that he will again be able to contribute to these sessions. The last few weeks have certainly allowed us, I think as a government as well, to be more forceful and fortified in our vision to make a difference certainly in the lives of ordinary Barbadians, and certainly he has added value in terms of keeping us on our toes, and I think we will continue to do so over the course of the next few sit-ins. Now, this is Easter is a holiday, Mr. Speaker, which obviously celebrates the belief in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. For those who celebrate, I know that this is often referred as the Holy Week. And as we certainly reflect on the resurrection, I think it is a time for us as well, both as politicians but as a nation, certainly to reflect on that journey, no doubt, that Jesus Christ would have taken as he prepared for what lay ahead in relation to certainly the crucifixion and certainly in terms of the resurrection. And therefore, I think that as sometimes we get daunted by the tasks that may lie ahead, this is certainly a period where it causes us to reflect on our faith. It causes us to reflect on our purpose. And I would hope that while we engage in activities with our families and our constituents and we take a little time to rest, Mr. Speaker, I would hope that we also reflect on our purpose and we also fortify our faith in the journey that lies ahead, because it has not been an easy road. And in that, I would want to say a special thank you to you, Mr. Speaker, and to the Deputy Chair, and to the chairman of committees, because you have guided us through these proceedings. Again, it has not always been easy. We have not always stuck to our times, and but you have scolded us where you have had to. You've given us the ease where we needed it, and you have been gracious in the extensions of times where it was necessary. I could not sit, though, Mr. Speaker, or adjourn this sitting without giving thanks for the Honourable Prime Minister who leads this country. I know that there are times when, you know, I'm sure that she feels as though she is crucified, and she has a vision for this country which I believe is way beyond her years, and certainly way beyond certainly our conception of what it is that we can achieve as a people. She's a hard taskmaster, but I do believe that the will is there to see better for Barbados and to transform this country. And as all of us will do, we will falter along the way, we will make mistakes, but that is where all of us are there to be able to hold her up. And I think that just like all the rest of us, she is strengthened by criticism and certainly more focused as a result of the criticisms that come, because we all understand what her mission is to be as in terms of transforming this country. So, Mr. Speaker, as I speak on the adjournment, I again want to thank all who have contributed in some way to this parliamentary session. We will hopefully be able to get the much needed break, and the intention is that we will come back on the 23rd of April, Tuesday the 23rd at 10 a.m. But as I stated earlier, in the event that we're able to see light at the end of the tunnel in terms of additional funds, we are likely to be able to bring Parliament back to an urgent sitting on Saturday. So with those few words, Mr. Speaker, I therefore beg to move that this House be adjourned until, I don't know. I'm adjourning until Tuesday, the 23rd at 10 a.m. with the understanding by all parliamentary colleagues that we may have to come back, and the usual notice will be served on the Speaker, and indeed notice given to the Leader of the Opposition that we may be sitting, and so we will adjourn, we will give that notice from now and allow other persons to plan their business accordingly, but we will give notice of that. All right, thank you.
The question is that this honorable chamber be adjourned until Tuesday, the 23rd day of March, 2024 at 10 a.m. 23rd of April at 10 a.m. in the forenoon. All our members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it. This honorable chamber stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 23rd day of April at 10 a.m. in the forenoon.